Yes, c'est lui pas quitter non. C'est lui-même qui pas quitter non. Yes, Jésus pas jamais quitté, il pas jamais quitté. Mes chers amis, dans le Seigneur que la paix et la grâce de Dieu vous soient multipliées. Nous avons brûlé là et nous avons brûlé là, nous saluons, nous sous émission La Voix de la Vallée dans la vallée des Swin Valley. Et son plaisir à suivre pour nous capables là ensemble avec vous dans l'émission. Et je connais de moi ou ensemble avec moi dans l'émission. Nous pour aller vraiment et prendre une pause pour et nous capables de rentrer dans l'émission comme toujours. Et maintenant de vous capables de monter et les amours dit non dans l'air. Dit au pasteur Yvons lui en l'air ensemble avec eux. Ou à faire reconnaître nous dans l'air ensemble avec eux dans un moment ça. C'est émission pour là et comme moi dit ou toujours comme ça, it's a pleasure to be with you tonight in my show. You know that's you never forget to be with me, and you gotta go and listen to Radio 90.9 FM stereo. So bon Dieu béni, on s'est solant, bon un coup de prière, émission à bras long dans même soir. Bon Dieu béni, bon un coup de prière, c'est solant, bon Dieu béni.
OK, bon Dieu béni, on serviteur. Oh, je dis contempler l'éternel de la vague qui a opéré ça. C'est lui qui a fait cesser le combat jusqu'au bout de la vie. 2-3 fois, c'est papa qui a relancé la nappe de merci pour grâce. Pour amour, pour miséricorde envers nous. Nous venons magnifier dans ce serviteur du travail pour l'éternel de toi français. Vous connaissez plus que nous-mêmes, c'est là où vous doit parler l'éternel. Mais là, on connaît plus que lui-même, papa. Mais Radio Vérité, papa, porte-parole, Radio Tande, je dois dire que devant toute famille. Levez chaque monde qui a fondé le sang de nous. Vers la lumière, vers la volonté, vers l'intelligence, c'est parti 3 fois 5. Que tout le temps comme on peut une plus divers créé par ton pouvoir, c'est. Même lever mon nom devant, c'est papa, mon nom te créé à papa chéri. Même lever mon ça devant, nous pas connaître. Nous connaissons méchants, nous avons ça, c'est pour mon nom, c'est on a quitté le bail au éternel de 3 fois 5. Papa chéri, mais tout ça, il fait pas qu'à faire un monde pour quoi. Papa dit au monde, non, papa, mon va qu'à dire ça, ne va qu'à faire, mais nous pas qu'à aller, dit au monde, c'est de 3 fois 5. D'ailleurs, nous ne pouvons pas dire encore, nous ne pouvons pas dire parole, nous prier, nous ne pouvons pas nous prier, nous chanter, nous bailler gloire, nous bailler louange, nous bailler toujours même chant, papa. Oh, la main de l'Éternel va trop coup pour sauver notre ouest, trop dit pour l'entendre. Mais ce sont vos crimes qui se cachent de séparation, vous et votre Dieu et vos péchés, car sa face a peur de vous écouter. Car vos mains sorciers descendent. Oui, Jésus est venu mourir pour nous, pour ça. Ça va qu'à l'emmène nous toujours, papa. Pensons ça au guéri. Pensons ça au faire bien. Parce que sans Jésus capable de laver. Vivre sans Jésus capable de laver péché ça. Nous va vivre le péché toujours pour pécher là. Papa me servir à du travail pour vous. Nous prions, papa. Nous pas bon, nous pas dire, nous pas gagner dans notre petit Jésus-Christ. Que mal écoute du serviteur. Bon Dieu béni.
Non, c'est vrai, bon Dieu béni, c'est cela, son plaisir. Yes, yes. Papa, on connaît là. Papa, me connaît là. Yes, nous saluons Simon Coristan. Nous saluons tous les amis nous dans Connecticut. Assurez Simon monter pour sur Facebook là. Nous avons fait façon là pour nous faire le marché. Nous saluons Simon, nous saluons. Et nous saluons tous les amis sur Radio Vérité. Mon Dieu béni, non? Et mon Dieu avec nous. Yes, yes. OK. All right. Papa, on connaît là. Papa, on connaît là. Son plaisir pour nous ensemble à dans l'émission pour la Voix de la Vallée dans la vallée des Swin Valley. Son plaisir encore, comme moi dit, pour nous capables là ensemble, venir faire émission ça. Papa qu'on a là, et moi salue tout le monde qui attend des émissions. Hein? Tout le monde qui a l'occasion de capter nous, son plaisir pour nous là ensemble avec vous. It is a pleasure to be with you tonight at my show every Wednesday night to 10 o'clock. Yes, I would like to say thank you to you because you always listening to my, my show every Wednesday, every Sunday. It's a pleasure. I say hello to everyone, my friends. Right now is listening, and they will be calling later on to ask questions. Yes, your father knows your problem. He knows you there. That's Bob. T-Bob, Papa Okono la, Papa Mkonem la. I would like to say hello to Pastor Teresa Daden, my good friend, my pastor. May God bless you. I would like to say hello to Dr. Nathanael Demosteni. May God bless you, my brother and my pastor. All the pastors at First Timothy Christian Church, I say hello to you guys. Pastor Jean-Claude, may God bless you. I pray for your son. Even we don't have time to see yet. I call you, your phone is so busy. I never get a chance to get you. May God bless. May God bless everyone. I say hello to New Jersey, to Radio VERITE. I say hello to all my director from Radio VERITE. I was very happy to see my Blanc, Director Saint-Pierre, Michel Saint-Pierre. It was a pleasure to see you Sunday evening. I was so happy, man. Long time we don't see. So I'm content de voir au dimanche. Directeur Michel, nous saluons directeur d'Atilis et directeur Lénaire, El Piris, même j'avais pas jamais dit fatigué. Et dans toute bagaille, toujours là, c'est ton plaisir pour nous te voir dimanche soir. Et encore dans Tololo, ça sont Tololo, nous saluons Tololo. Nous saluons Delva, nous baguettons parler, nous couillons coup descendre depuis Binale, baguettons parler à Delva, nous saluons Delva. Et puis encore, me dit vraiment, partager sympathie avec la famille, c'est Venice, qui quittait ça, qui voyageait, c'était mon panou. Samedi là, il fait appel avec, mais la paix est difficile pour moi de descendre Brooklyn, vraiment la difficile. Par rendez-vous qui nous déjà gagné. La paix est vraiment un peu difficile, mais bah qu'on est ça qu'a fait, n'a regardé ça qu'a fait. C'est un plaisir pour nous là ensemble avec vous. Et comme nous dit sur émission ça, le Somme 23, l'Éternel c'est berger, parmi c'est berger pour. Somme 46 pour Haïti, Somme 94 pour Haïti. Et nous pas jamais cesser continuer prier pour Haïti. We have to continue pray for our country, Haiti. So God knows everything. And then God knows when He will come in to deliver Haiti. The deliverance will be coming, but I may not know when, you may not know when, but God knows, all right? So you have to keep faith and keep going and pray. Continue pray for Haiti. Continue pray for Haiti. When you see it's so dark, and then God will come in with the light. When it's very dark, and the light is behind the darkness, okay? So that I may understand that, myself, my faith, what I have, so I know one day, yes, God will say enough is enough, and then the deliverance will come in for Haitian people. So tonight, I would like to speak about, some a very important thing, because everybody know is a season for the election locally, and also from from here up to Washington, that's a year. Every elected, official will be, done for office. They have to be elected to the office, and that election will be very, very important election. I don't know what your party or whatever, what you believe, but I'm telling you, and for myself, as I know, for friends I talk to, and they know that election will be very important, And that election is a time the people have to come out and exercise their civil rights. They have the right they have to vote. Don't stay home. Say, well, you know, somebody will vote for you. And last night I was with my fellow police officers in New York City. Couple of them was in the van with me. We was talking about, you know, the election, about the candidate and everything. And some of them, you know, say they're not going to vote. Or even they vote the same thing. Even they're not vote. No, I corrected them. I said, no, don't say that. Don't let anybody go out and vote for you. Because when you don't go to vote, somebody got to vote for you anyhow. So you think that person voting for you, he take the right decision for you? I don't think so. You have to go out in November 5th. And by the way, I think Sunday coming up, or they started already, maybe Saturday, they will start early voting. Or if they're not start yet, so the early voting, you could go for the early voting. I was giving, you know, the information. There is a 5 town you can go to start voting before on November 5th. You can go town of Ramapo town. There will be a poll open, you know, in the morning to up to 4-5 o'clock. And also go to New City Town Hall. You will have, you know, people there to save you from Monday to Saturday or Sunday, because, yeah, they're always 5 days, 7 days a week, they're always open. So then you could go to Stony Point Town Hall. You could go and vote. In Orangeburg Town Hall, you can go over there. If you in Orangeburg, you don't have to come to New City. You don't have to go to town of Ramapo. You can go over there and exercise your right to vote. Don't let anybody take the decision for you and then you don't get involved. Get yourself involved at this time, especially at this time, this election, the president election, the Senate, local, Albany, whatever, and then Washington, the Congress. That's a very, very important. You have to go out to vote, especially the Haitian people. This election, the tiebreaker is supposed to be the Haitian. The tiebreaker for that election will be Haitian people should be the tiebreaker for that election. Yes, how are we doing, my brother?
Hello, good evening. Doing great. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm just talking about, you know, about this election coming up in November 5th. It's a very, very important. People have to go outside and vote, because when you don't go outside to vote, somebody got to vote for you and make the decision for you. And then, as I know, for this year, it's a very important election for the Democrat to run that election.
That's
you know,
right.
so
extremely important.
Yes. Anyway, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, and you know, before we start talking, and tonight, I'm in the Facebook. If I'm a friend of you, you will see that you know, show tonight. And also you have the link. You can go and listen in by the time you're with me. And then I will have a Coach Lama will be with me also tonight. I will be asking you for some question. Present yourself and say who you are and what you've done before. Is not like a new people coming in the politics. You've been there a long time ago. You have the, you know, the microphone for yourself now before I start asking you a question.
Sure. Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you, Pastor, for welcoming me on your show. I'm Elijah Reichland-Melnick, and I'm running for the New York State Senate for the 38th District that includes all of Rockland County except the town of Stony Point. So it really has almost everybody who might be listening today from Rockland is in this district. And it is my honor to be back as running as your candidate for State Senate on the Democratic line. And I was in the State Senate for 2 years. I was elected 4 years ago, represented Rockland County up in the State Senate, the government in Albany. Was not down in Washington with the president, but was in Albany representing up with the governor there. And we're trying to get back there because Rockland does not work well unless you're a millionaire. most of us are not millionaires in Rockland who are listening today, and getting the state to actually spend the time to listen to the people, to bring money for our community, for our kids, for the schools, for housing, so that people have an affordable place to live, to make sure that the roads are taken care of and paved and you can get where you need to, that there are sidewalks when you have to walk. All of these things matter. We can talk about the national election. I have some very strong feelings about that. But when I'm running for the people in Rockland. I live in Rockland. It's where I grew up. It's where I'm raising my family, my wife and my daughter who are living in Nyack. And this is my home. So everything I do as a candidate is for the people of Rockland County. When I was there in the Senate, we succeeded in some ways in bringing lots and lots of money back to help people. We brought millions of dollars for the school districts so that our kids make programs, they could have more services. We brought over $10 million back to the community for various projects from the local governments and to help the libraries work on things, help the fire departments, the police, the sheriff's department got funding for law enforcement, for new equipment in parks, for some of the nonprofits like HACSO to do good work in the community as well, and the child care centers. All of this is money that helps the community, and it means that it's money that doesn't have to come out from everybody's pocket because it's coming from the state, not from the local taxpayers. That's why I'm running. I'm born and raised in the county. I grew up here. We want to make this a place where people can stay, where they don't have to get pushed out or priced out, and everybody has the ability to stay in Rockland, have a job, good living, and to contribute to the community. So that's why I'm running up on November 5th. And as you said, there's early voting that starts on Saturday. There's 9 days of early voting. You could go to any of the town halls in Rockland County, or you can go to the Pascack Community Center in Nantucket,
yes,
or to the Fire Training Center in Pomona, which is near the baseball stadium there. All of those are early voting locations, and they're open 8 hours a day, starting this Saturday and continuing on until the Sunday right before the election. And then, of course, you can vote on Election Day if you didn't get to early your vote. These elections are close, and every single vote matters. And like the pastor said, don't let somebody else make your choice. You should be the one to make the choice to decide that you want to have Elijah Reichland Melnick representing you in the state Senate, and along with other candidates to do that.
Exactly. It's very important. Like earlier I tried to tell the people, you don't let anybody make the decision for you. You are a citizen, you have right to vote. No matter what, you got to go out and exercise your right to vote, because you know what you're looking for your kids, what are you looking for your community, what is the person you want to put in the office. It's a very important. It's a very important. And then, as I know, the 2 years you was in Albany, I was going down and visit on Albany. I know you was doing a great job. Like you said, you bring a lot of resources for Rockland County. And then after you was running and you lose that election, now you try to come back. And maybe some people doesn't know who you are because, if they know you before. But as I know before, as I knew what you was doing before, I'm very proud to have you in my radio show tonight, and then let the people know exactly who you are. And then one thing, I remember, we don't have to say the name, I've been talking to you about that before, and there is one of our congregation was, in trouble, and then as you was placing the law in Albany, it was saved, it was saved, that congregation. So then I will never forget what you was put in place to help the Haitian community. So I have Mr. Lama with me on the line. He might get some question for you, and I'm gonna just introduce him to come, in the microphone and then talk, and then you could answer if you can. You do the best you can to give, the answer for the community. And then after that, I will get some question for Mr. Lama. You are on the air right now with, the former senator and the candidate again for the Senate of Albany. you are in the line with him now. If you have any question, feel free, to ask him for some question.
Well, first of all, I would like to say good evening, Pastor Yvons, and good evening, Mr. Elijah. How are you?
I'm good. Good evening. It's so great to hear from you.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. I was listening to what the pastor was saying, and not so much question for you, but I know, as a matter of fact, you got to be more ready than the last 2 years. Okay, so it's not just a matter that you were the state senator before, but we were friends. Okay, I had so many different interviews with you, so many different times with Radio Model, and we've been seeing a lot of each other every time I happen to be in Rockland. And one thing about you is that you always been a very nice young man.
Yes.
And you have a very great family, a family man, and you also care about your constituent. So therefore, coming back to me, that's because sitting down there sometime when you know that you're capable of doing a lot more, and you have a lot more to offer your constituent, and that's probably what make you try to come back again. And I'm pretty sure you coming back, you are ready. So the last 2 years, you know what's been happening, you know what's needed for those communities, and are you ready now? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, it's a great question. I am ready. I am ready, and as you said, I was there, and then even in the 2 years since, I didn't go away. I live here in the county. I've been in Rockland, and I've been coming around to the events all over the place. Now, ever since the last 2 years. So I see the community, I talk to people, I know what people are looking for, and even though I haven't been in office, I've been working. I mean, I've been working myself, making my living in Westchester, but I've been working around, all of my free time in Rockland, doing everything we can to get sure that I'm ready on day one to get back into office and to be able to really and pick up where I left off 2 years ago.
Well, I'm glad to know that you didn't stop and stand on the sideline and look at the outside, but you were there working. And make sure that when you come back already before you spend the first 2 years. And a lot of things happening since then. A lot of things change, and I know you probably knowing that, and you have your staff ready. It's not just you, because I always said it's a teamwork. Okay, so therefore, if you have everybody ready, the election is not too far, it's just about 14 days away. And what we think that you haven't done yet, that you want to use the last 14 days to make it happen.
Yeah, well, look, as you said, it's less than 4. It's late night tonight. As of tomorrow, it'll only be 12 days away. And I'm using that time to go all over Rockland County, talk to voters, and let them talk to me, and make the case for why they should vote for me. And I go to every community. The last week, I've been in churches in Spring Valley and Nyack. I've talked to voters in Haverstraw, in New City, in West Nyack, in Congers, today in Suffern, in Sloatsburg, all the way in the western part of the county. You name it, Pearl River, all over Rockland County. I'm going out and making sure that voters can know me, can talk to me. If they saw my name on a sign, many people say, we saw your sign on the road, so we see the name, but we didn't know who you really were, or they saw the mail that they got from me, and they didn't know who I really was. And so that's why I go around, in order to make sure that people do know, and it isn't just having to vote based on my name, but to vote based on who I am and what I can do.
Yes. Yeah.
Sound good. And I know that Pastor Yvons have a lot of things to say, and I was able to talk to you. I appreciate it. I wish you all the good luck, and I'm still going to be there. You have my number. Whenever, feel free to contact me, and whatever I can do to help you with the process, I am there.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. Look, I'm so I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you do for the community. I'm not a politician that runs and says, I'm the only one that matters. I'm going to be a voice and a fighter there for Rockland, for everybody listening. I can't do it alone. I need people like you and like Pastor Lewis who is there to help the community as well, to spread the information about what people need to know about what's going on. That's what I do. This is not a one-man show. This is a team effort, and the community leaders like you are part of that team.
Yes, Coach Shama, thank you so much. I know you left, your thing to do, and you wasn't feel too good, but when it's coming to defend, the Haitian community, or at large, the community at large, you always there, you always make your effort to come and to talk. I very appreciate it. I take your time, you come in my show and to talk to.
It's fine, Pastor. Okay, whatever is
yes,
for the communities, for the better of the communities, I have no problem. I'm always going to be available wherever you go. Okay?
Yeah, that's right. Thank you so much, and for your time. And yes, thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes.
Good luck, my friend.
All right. And then yes, Senator. I already said you've been a senator before. I know. I know even you running has a career, but I know the most of problem we have in Rockland, especially when we say Rockland at large in the Swin Valley, there is a housing problem. It's a big issue. The housing problem right now, and in the school also, already, you name it, the problem, you've been there before, and from past 2 years, and now, the problem is getting worse day by day, minute by minute. So I hope, when you go back to Albany, in your agenda, you should, think, about the housing, and then East Amapo School, do the best, see how much money you can bring to East Amapo, and to resolve this problem been sitting there long time ago. I know it's not easy. It's not easy, but I know, as you know, you will do the best you can to easily the people, especially in the Swin Valley, for the housing. It's a big problem, big issue for the housing in the Swin Valley. How you gotta manage those two issues if you get back to Albany, in January. November the election, but so if you run,
no, exactly. Yeah. When I win, I'll be back up, but it won't be right after the election. Yeah. The term starts January 1st.
Exactly.
Look, like you said, East Ramapo needs so much. They need so much money and help. I was there, and we actually brought a lot of money back to the district, and were able to make some real progress. But there's definitely a lot more that needs to happen there. And I'm never going to stop fighting for the kids. I was a teacher. I was a public school teacher before politics, and everything I was doing was trying to give those kids the kind of education that I got. I went to the public schools in Nyack, and I knew that I got a good education. I wanted other people to. We need East Ramapo to be the same. Every kid deserves that education, and so when I'm in Albany, we're going to be doing everything we can to make sure they get it, and that's incredibly important. When it comes to the housing, look, just as you said, the housing is so expensive. I talk to people who, if you're paying property taxes, it's too expensive. You can't pay the taxes. If you're paying rent, it's extremely expensive. We need to allow for there to be more housing that's open to everybody, that helps the community, that's affordable for people. I think the state should support that as much as possible to make sure that there's affordable housing that'll actually, people can truly afford. Make sure that everybody the housing's available to everybody. Nobody's being discriminated against in any way with housing. One of the bills I introduced when I was in the Senate was trying to crack down on the discrimination that a lot of people face if they go to sell their house. Sometimes they can't, if they're a black person or a Hispanic person, and they go to sell their house. In many cases, they're not getting a fair value to sell their house. And that's a slightly different problem than affording rent, but it's the same idea. If there's discrimination, the state needs to be really taking action to make sure that that gets stopped.
That's very good. So I hope, everything be all right. So at least, those two issues, that will be the big target for you. And then you could easily try to, do the best you can with your colleague over there bipartisan, to work together and try to resolve this problem. Before we let you go, and then I would like you to address to the Haitian, to the fully one group ethnics, in Rockland County. I want you to address to them. But before that, let me let you listen to, that a nice spot, from my friend from JEZI, make for you for Leslie. It was very nice, and you met him before. So it's a sport, it's going very well. I heard it from Leslie Radio and different radio, including mine. And let me just play it for you, and you listen in what the guy have to say about your campaign. The election will be coming November 5th.
Elijah, Raiklin, Melnik, besoin est lourd pour le capable continuer bataille pour Rockland County et famille haïtienne yo joindre cob pour l'école pour parc de récréation, bibliothèque et une façon pour yo gommer contre racisme cap attaquer et humilier haïtiens. Votez pour Elijah, Raiklin, Melnik pour State Senate, yon moun qui bourré avec expérience qui a campé des fonds communauté et permettre yo joindre pi bon gens assurance médicale, protéger droit mesdames yo et aider nous joindre bon gens sécurité. Mardi 5 novembre sorti à voter ligne A démocrate Elijah comme New York State Senator se mettait Rockland County dans le premier rang et New York pour tout le monde. On Tuesday November 5th, don't forget to vote for Elijah Raiklin Melnik for New York State Senate.
What do you think about that spot, man?
Hey, I think it's a great spot. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's
I have to start calling myself Elijah Raiklin Melnik.
So it's very funny, very nice spot though. And then Manifak, he was talking about the issue. We just talking about the school, the housing. He know you could target those two issues anyhow. So he was talking about that for the experience you have been, in an office, being a teacher, you know exactly what the pain will be. So, that was a great, very great spot though. And he said, we can play. At this time, I don't think, anybody can play with us election. Even the president, locally, Washington, people have to go out and vote, exercise your right. It's not, I cannot tell you what to do, but you got to go outside and vote. And then, the candidate speak to you. He came in tonight to tell you exactly what he does before and what he will do right now for the future. So you got to go out, and it started Saturday for the early voting. You got to go out and vote. And in November 5th, don't stay home. Don't be lazy. Encourage your kids, your children. They have, been a citizen. Let them go outside and vote. Encourage your neighbor, your co-worker. Let them know they have to go out and full force to vote. So if you have anything to address to the people in the Spring Valley at Rockland, at large. So you have the last minute, last second to do it, and then before the election, we will continue, to do the same thing again.
Yeah, look, I appreciate everybody who's listening, and there's nothing more important than voting. If we want to have a better country, if we want to have a better village in Spring Valley and a better Rockland County, you need to vote for people who actually know what to do, who can do it, and who have the community in mind, and who want to help the people. That's what I've been doing my whole life. I was a teacher. I worked for the local Congress people, helping people with immigration. After the earthquake in Haiti in 2010, we were helping hundreds of people bring their family members over from Haiti through the congressional office to get back here to stay safe. I've always been there for the community. It is not about earning a paycheck. It's about making people's lives better. That's why I'm running, but I need your vote. I'm not going to win unless everybody listening today comes out, brings their friends, brings their neighbors, and does everything we can to get the vote out for me and for our other Democratic candidates this year in November. Please come out. Please make sure you don't miss this one. We've got to get in. We've got to get a Democratic president, Kamala Harris, and we've got to get me and the other folks on the ticket into office. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to have you, tonight. So we will continue, doing the same thing. And then, I would like to say that also too. My microphone will be open for any candidate can call. They can express themselves, but the public will know exactly which one they will choose, as you have experience and everything. So I wish you luck. And then we will continue talk in the future. And before I leave, I would like to say thank you to Mr. Dr. Linnell Puris. The one is make that spot for you, man. That's my good buddy. He said, now you know only in Wackland. You in New Jersey, you in Brooklyn, because I'm in different, website, different radio now. We connected together for my show. You in a different places right now. Your voice is all the way, let we say, outside of the country, internationally talking though. So may God bless.
Wonderful. May God bless. Thank you so much.
Okay, we talk later.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. Yes, mes amis, c'était un plaisir pour nous gagner former sénateur Elijah Melmick qui était vraiment fait un bon travail dans 2 ans dans le Sénat et il gagne l'autre opponent qui était courir avec qui était venu gagner et maintenant il retourne encore pour la courir avec opponent client pour voir s'il a reprend regain et place à bac. So c'est lui qui se parle ensemble avec nous. Et nous même haïtiens, nous même l'autre monde, merci Simone Corestan qui vraiment apprécié et ça nous fait à l'écrit moi là. Nous avons un problème haïtien et mon capteur de nous et c'est pas des questions petit pas manger pas petit position billet tout l'autre monde évolue pas comme ça. D'après la type va travailler dans office casse pièce monde et là moi arrivé maintenant. Nous dit non retired, nous pensionnés, nous gain social, but nous travaillons pour ça, mais nous aimons communauté nous aimons pour les candidats Vini, c'est pas les élections Vini et puis que l'élection finie ou pas well. M'abdou ça moi même moi ka testify pour Elijah Melmick, les deux communautés en pile et li vraiment travaille avec les leaders évangéliques dans la communauté et même était mettre loi et en haut Albanie qui aide dans futur et vraiment moi même qui testify m'a venir vous remonter du Sénat et micro pas dans station ça li ouvrir pour l'autre candidat li ouvrir aussitôt pour Bill Warber li ouvrir pour tout le monde qui a couru et moi-même évoluer nous communauté nous monde depuis mon an la vinn travail pour communauté a li respecter haïtien c'est pas tout le temps non même qui pour des camionnettes pas couer monde qui peut manger observer monde et puis al assiette et puis nous pas même zoya ou pas quitter dans plate là pour nous pour danicher so même pas comme ça et les monde tout leur support ton candidat ou bien ensemble avec lui faut gain courage pour parler avec lui dire c'est pas les voter les élections la vinn dans communauté mais même les bagarres élections ouais monsieur toujours dans toute bagaille et c'est ça Bill Robert oui monsieur a fait effort tout côté so then comme moi dit ou même qui sont mis Bill Robert ou ka dit li et ba le téléphone moi me font interview avec lui tout parce que micro a ouvert pour tout le monde pas grande discrimination pour candidat dissendat but et Melmick parlait à cela l'autre candidat aussi tout vous comprenez que les a chercher go radio que les a chercher comprendre et puis pendant ce temps Yvons lui ça allait parler en pile monde Tande et juge Patricia et Tande bon bagaille me salue à tout nèg bon salut et ba on élection fait pour juge Patricia bon li bat moun yo dans secte 4 town Yon seul taon ni pas gain. Mais s'il te même gain une portion voix dans taon ça te bimé moun. Parce que il te gon on moun avec les moun connaît fait en campagne et puis au qu'on après élection même opponent li respecter moun qui était avec là. Yo même là yo saluer, yo apprécier ça parce qu'on était dans l'élection et puis bon là mais on dit wow. You are a tough guy and you know people. Je salue former magistrat Naomi, former magistrat de Mesa, tout chose yo me salue non, tout ancien chef nan Jacques Lena me salue non. Et pour nous mettre tête ensemble pour nous travailler. Par le élection pour venir dans village pour magistrat, parcours à goumen à faire dans devant. C'est pour nous chita pour nous ouais qui est-ce qui a gagné et puis nous font faisceau pour nous avec moun qui a gagné. Et parcours il prend devant non. Faut calculer vote là. C'est pour nous calculer qui est-ce qui a bien plus autres dans monde qui praler. Et puis là nous fin calculer ça nous même voter yo. Et puis nous dit bon n'a camper d'un tel et si moun nous convainc moun n'a pas le camper va faire il gagne tout droit. Et puis après si on monte comme on a deux fois mes magistrats. Si on a donné qui gagne plus autres. Mais il gagne droit pour l'autre magistrat pour travailler ensemble oui. Là, vous avez pris l'autre moun te mette, vous avez payé 100 000, 150 000 $. 90 000 $ pour le conseiller, advisor. Vous avez demander former magistrat nous. Si on prend aller, l'aile passé, l'autre magistrat, même si le cool cavine advisor, il dit à faire, il dit à travailler le village. Oh, regardez, qui pas de bravo. Il dit, regardez, bonne idée, c'est pas ça, il va venir. Même toujours une idée, et pas voler, bon Dieu, toujours bon, aïe. Yes, ça sont moun nous dire c'est Gabriel là. Bon Dieu béni. Relem sous le téléphone, t'es bon le téléphone pour relem ou pas relem sous lui.
Non, dormi fatigué avec.
Ah, dormi toujours, ou pas de problème, ou pas un pile problème. OK, bon Dieu béni.
Bon Dieu béni également, en quelques mots, en 2 minutes, m'a dit ça.
OK, ou dans l'air, ou sur émission de la voix de la vallée, ou sur Radio Vérité, Radio La Voix Divine, ou sur Radio Référence Inter depuis dans Brooklyn, Radio Oasis, Radio Phare International, ou sur website, nous saluons Radio Groove, Radio Model, Radio Golsa, M1, c'est you name it, go ahead, 2 minutes là, courir avec nous, allez, moi parler.
Yes, parce que là, moi, j'ai avancé. Salut dans le nom de Jésus, je salue toute communauté.
C'est qui est sur le Fabaï nous, qui côtoie là?
C'est Guy Michel qui colle depuis Roselle, New Jersey.
OK, alors, Fabaï nous, sur l'émission, gros émission ça. Par contre, qui est-ce qui a parlé là?
Alors, ou même ça.
Et moi, café, le femme fait bien. Bon Dieu, c'est ça qui dit son plaisir pour nous qui va avancer.
Également, pasteur. D'abord, partageons un petit témoignage avec la communauté pour parler de prières.
On allait vite, parce que nous n'avons pas les approuver avec nous.
Oui, on n'a pas les vite. Prière symbolique. Nous sommes venus. Haïti pas de la pluie pas tomber. Pas de glot. Et puis, il faut éviter ça appel avant. Pour nous faire prière symbolique. Nous faisons prière sacerdotale, une prière symbolique très significative. Et puis, il faut ajouter qu'on te dit, ou dehors, quand on a fait un col. Quand on a fait un col, nous te mettons ensemble, nous faisons prière symbolique vers Haïti. Et puis, je sais, en pile la vie.
OK.
En pile la vie est tombée. Yeah.
OK.
Nous disons, bon Dieu, merci, nous te voulons partager ça. Prière symbolique, nous te fait. Et puis,
et me songe ça, et te dit c'est bon Dieu qui baille de l'eau, c'est pour bon Dieu, et mon yo t'a bokit, et t'as cherché de l'eau, pas de joindre de l'eau, et pour même te gagner sécheresse, et c'était vraiment terrible, et les notaires, les moi me dit ok, comment entrer, et après les noms fait prière, et nous te fait prière avec sincérité, et me demander bon Dieu pour le faire travail, pour l'appui te tomber dans la nuit là, et c'est vous même qui vraiment dit mon cher, si mon yo pas réveillé de l'eau t'apporter ou aller.
C'est la pluie, non? Mon cousin m'a dit, il dit cousin, moi-même pas te réveiller parce que vers 2h du matin, on la pluie tellement vidée, il faut qu'elle saute dehors. Mais il y a des gens qui disent, mieux te ramasser. On dit, mon Dieu, merci Pour ça, les cœurs réunis, nous quand même, nous Jersey ou même New York, regardez comment, à travers le téléphone, nous faisons prière, et puis bon Dieu te tendait en prière symbolique, et puis en pile l'appui, en pile de l'eau.
C'est ça.
Merci pour ça.
Merci tout, parce que ou pas ingrat, ou dit ouvertement sur radio, mon capteur dit. Mabdou, c'est Getty. Ou est pour que la foi, pas grand yon de bon Dieu pour le papa. Gen confiance dans bon Dieu. Et ça pas dépend de qui moun est pour dire c'est parce que c'est mon qui pi bon non. C'est parce que c'est mon qui pi sincère. C'est parce que bon Dieu. Attends seconde, c'est pas moi. Bon, c'est Getty. On vous mettre ou dans les 45 517 27 48 ou même capteur de New Jersey, relèvement 845 517 27 48 ça Jersey, il relève encore le même numéro. Allô? Allô? Bon Dieu béni.